Hello my beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. Guess who finally got a car mount for her camera? This kid! I mean, I can see my whole, you know, view. I've got my whole view. I've got my phone here so I can actually know where I'm going without guessing. I can put my thing down, it's not in the way for you guys. The only thing is, obviously, so I have my whole, you know, so I'm safe when I can drive. You are kind of off to the left, but I think that's fine. I can look where I'm going. You can, you know, I can talk to you. You can still pick up what I'm saying. I just noticed I didn't put any of my rings on. I haven't even introduced this video. You can tell by the title. This is my annual goals for the year, goals, what I want to achieve type video. I did one last year. I found it really cathartic, like writing everything. I haven't actually I haven't looked in the book. I haven't looked once in the green diary book that I write all my goals in. I haven't looked in it. So I can't really remember. It is pretty late in the year that I'm filming this. Obviously this will upload in the 20th of January. So New Year's resolutions on the 20th of January. Bit late, but it's never too late to start. And this year we have done dry January. I have done dry January. Anyway, I will ramble for the whole drive, and I'm sure you don't want that. So my car is really rattly as well. I am that person, you can probably hear it, I am that person that has just 10 ton of stuff in their car. Like, I remember my car went for an MOT, and obviously you get like everything out of it. And my dad was like, you literally have, how many pairs? I think I had like 5 pairs of shoes in my boot. I'm just prepared. I'm prepared for every occasion. We are like 10 minutes away, if that. So, see you when we get there. I'm here. Look. I don't know if I can, if I spin you round, can you see? Oh my God, you can. Cute. Okay, well I'm here. There's the proof. I'm here, and I'm just gonna go on the app because I don't know what I want. Honey and hazelnut oat latte. How do we feel about that? What am I thinking? Kind of want something like caramelized macadamia oat latte, chocolate. This sounds nice. Chocolate pretzel frappuccino. That looks quite good, doesn't it? Chocolate pretzel frappuccino. I want a hot drink though. Salted pretzel hot chocolate. Do I get that? I do want something chocolatey. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. Right, let's go get that. Brilliant, thank you. It's actually not a bad day today. It's one of those like days that I really like, when it's like icy but sunny, really sunny, like bit bright sunny. My dog's called Sunny. If you didn't know that, that's why I said it like that. We got it. I've still got a Christmas mug. Is this a Christmas one? That's kind of green. I think it is. I just want to take the lid off a second because how depressing is that? Why is my cup half empty? Can you see that? I haven't had a drink yet. I haven't even had a drink yet. Can you see how half empty that is? I don't want to like pour it on my car. It's literally like, that's really depressing. Well, that's upset me. Right, taste test, let's go. Hot chocolate pretzel. What was it? Hot chocolate pretzel? Pretzel hot chocolate? It just tastes like a hot chocolate. It's nice. It's a hot chocolate. It's hot. Okay, it's got like little chewy bits in. I guess that's the pretzel. It's like a hot chocolate that someone's sprinkled a pretzel over the top of. Okay, that's a bit of a fail. It's basically a hot chocolate. It was alright, just basically a hot chocolate. Anyway, this is the reason for the video. So, if you remember last year, you've got a really good memory. If not, I will tag the video somewhere on the screen so you can watch. Last year, I filled out 10 goals. They're not really resolutions. I say in the video, I don't really like the term resolution, or though I did see a statistic that was like, if you set a resolution, like people who set resolutions rather than goals are more likely to stick to them. I don't know. Let's get into 2022. If you want to do this at the same time, I don't know why I like stopped halfway through that sentence. If you want to do this at the same time, then feel free to go grab a notepad, or maybe you want to watch this and then do it, or maybe you want to leave your 10 in the comments below, however you want to do it. I just find this is a lot better way to do it than making just one, because if you make just one and you don't stick to it, sometimes you can feel a bit like New Year's resolutions 2023. Let's write that first. My first resolution for 2022, it's really confusing. My first resolution for 2022 was go abroad. Whoa! I did that. I actually was so lucky. I went on 2 holidays last year. We went to Pefkos, Greece, which is filmed and on this channel, and we went to Ibiza, which is filmed and on this channel. We finally went to Ibiza. That holiday we booked in 2019 for 2020. We've just had to roll it over and roll it over, but in 2022 we finally got to go back to the island, and it was actually a really fun holiday. It was really fun. We kind of had a bit of a splurge because we had kind of obviously saved up for like 2 years, and we went all out. We got jet skis. Well, if you want to watch it, it's on this channel, but that was a really fun holiday that I feel like we'll remember for a while. I feel like this year I'm gonna struggle to set resolutions, because last year for me, in like a mindset type thing, went really well. I achieved, I feel like, a lot of these things. I feel on a good trajectory, so it's kind of more I just want to keep going, rather than from 21 to 22. That was like a big shift for me. I feel like COVID affected me more than I thought it did, especially now looking back. I didn't realise in the moment, do you know, that type thing? I mean, I've put go abroad as my number 1 goal. I don't think my number 1 goal this year is to go abroad. I think it's more move out. I really would like to have, I don't know whether I think it's more likely going to be a flat, but I feel like my number 1 goal this year should be, if I'm not moved out by Christmas, hopefully like on the right track to have that as a possibility. So yeah, number 1 goal, move out. We'll see. The bits in that. No! Goal 2, work towards career goal. So I left that very open-ended because at the end of 2021, start of 2022, I got a new job. I actually got the job at the end of January, so I don't know when I would have like wrote this to when I would have, if I would have had the job or not yet. But at the time, I don't think I really knew what I wanted. I just knew I didn't want to be at my old job. However, this year I have got the job. Well, I'm working on that kind of, you know, the trajectory thing. I'm on the trajectory. So I'm actually doing an apprenticeship about digital marketing. Again, I have filmed that on my channel, so if you are interested in that, you can go watch about that. But yeah, I feel like this year my main goal is to finish my apprenticeship and try and get an assistant role, or, you know, the next step in that journey of working towards working in digital marketing full-time. Obviously it's full-time now, but it's an apprenticeship. So I guess this year I want to complete my apprenticeship, hopefully get a distinction. If not, you know, pass it. But yeah, finish apprenticeship and get a assistant role. That's exciting. That could happen this year, and that is pretty exciting to me. That I could be full-time, actually properly wage in a job I see myself doing kind of like forever. I was in that place of like uncertainty, and I feel like loads of people feel it, you know, after uni or after school, whatever it is, and you kind of have that like uncertainty, and you have a bit of like a quarter life crisis, that you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what career I want, I feel like I should know these things and I don't know these things, and I don't know where to go. I mean, I have so many friends that are in that same position, and I feel like there's such a pressure to know these things, and you don't. But when you do find those things, and it is just trial and error, I've had so many like crappy jobs that I maybe didn't want to do, or I did it just to see if I liked it or not. I did so many work experiences, and I have to say, I think that is the best way to do it. The best way to do it is just trial and error, and then you find something. And when you find that thing, God, does it feel better. That was all I can say to people. Just like trial and error, and try and find something that you enjoy doing. I don't want to be like gloating, but like from my point of view, to finally feel happy in a job that could be a career, it's like so rewarding. So yeah, if anyone wants me to do like more career chat, then please leave a comment down below, because I feel like there isn't that much out there of like that whole what to do when you feel so uncertain and you feel so like lost, but like from a career point of view, from a career space. If I knew that there was apprenticeships in like content creation and stuff like that when I was out of school, like at a school age, that was a path that I could take, I would be in my life would have had such a different trajectory, and I would never change it. I don't regret how I am now, but if I'd have known certain things that I know now at that age, I feel like I would have had such less of that lost feeling, to know that uni isn't the only path, and if you want to go to uni, that's great. I just didn't know the options that I had at that age. So yeah, sorry, that's a huge ramble, but I feel like if you're in that position, or if you've been through it like I have, that will really resonate with you. So yeah, anyway, point 2 is finish your apprenticeship and get kind of the next step of that, continue that career goal. I don't know. Sorry, that was really rambly. I apologise, but I kind of don't. Sorry, not sorry. Point 3 was read 10 books. Now, I don't think I read 10 books, but I definitely read more books than I had like any year previously. I don't think I'd read a book for a very long time, and I know I said this in my last video, so I don't want to touch on it too long, because otherwise this video will be really long, and I feel like the last point was long enough. Though I am one of those kind of people that I find it really hard to focus. I find it really hard to like dedicate that time to just sit down and concentrate on one thing. Though this year I read Daisy May Cooper's autobiography. Highly recommend. Very funny. Like literally couldn't put that down. Kept reading it. Really enjoyed that. And then I kind of read more smaller books that were more like about career highlights, career goals. I read Grace Beverley's Working Hard, Hardly Working. Really enjoyed that. To be fair, most of the books I read, I really enjoyed. I read Wim Hof, the Iceman. He like goes in ice and says about how it can like change your whole mindset. These are the kind of books I read. I like to read a book about a person, or like something like a self-help, or something that's gonna change the way I think. I find non-fiction even harder to concentrate on, because when I read a non-fiction, I'll read like a couple of pages, normally like before bed or whatever, then I'll come to the book the next night and I feel like I'll have to reread the same pages to remember where I was, to then carry on reading about it. I find it hard to like pick up where I left off, whereas with like a non-fiction or an autobiography or like a self-help book, it doesn't really matter. You can kind of pick them up and put them down anywhere. But saying that, I did also read 5 People You Meet in Heaven, I think it's called. That was a really good one. That was a one that like really changed my thinking a bit more. And it was kind of, it wasn't non-fiction, but it was kind of like a story of someone's life, but a thinking book. That was a real thinker book. I also read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Again, good like thinking type book. So 5, not bad. And I also am halfway through the Chimp Paradox, I think it's called. Someone recommended that one to me, the Chimp Paradox. That's a really good one. And I'm really enjoying that, and the whole concept of like your human brain versus your chimp brain, and how like not to just react on your emotions. So 6 books almost in a year for me, when the year before I didn't even probably pick up 1 book, is really, really good, and I'm really impressed with myself. We actually went through our New Year's resolutions at work. We have these like team meetings in the morning, and one girl said that her resolution was to read a book a week, which is 52 books. I mean, unless you're reading picture books, I do not know how you could do that. I mean obviously she loves books, but that's super impressive. And we said like, oh, how many did you do last year? 47 books she read in a year. That's so impressive to me. I read 6, 5.5 at best. I feel like I should read all of my resolutions before we maybe set any more, because otherwise I will keep rambling. So I had number 3, read 10 books. Maybe didn't achieve 10, but definitely achieved 5. Number 4 was to be grateful for the now and live more in the moment. As a planaholic, did I do that? Ooh. Number 5 was start Instagram, because obviously the year before was start YouTube. Now that I didn't achieve. However, I did post more frequently on my personal Instagram. So yeah, I didn't start an Instagram, which I do really want to go alongside this. I feel like now I'm getting quite good at like that whole frequently posting on a Friday. Maybe instead of starting Instagram, I kind of do like TikTok. I feel like that content is more similar to this. Like I could make a TikTok alongside like a try on haul, you know, or like a TikTok, my 10 resolutions, and just talk about my 10 resolutions, but in far less time. Anyway, make a grand in trading. Now that was what's the word? That was an overachievement there, because I dedicated far less time to that than I probably wanted to. Like I did start it, and I probably made more money than my money would have made sat in a bank, but I did not make anywhere near a grand. But that's partly down to my own thing, because I didn't invest time in it. You can't just put money in and then hope it works and then that's it. It doesn't really work like that. Maybe didn't make a grand, but gave it a go. Let's say that. Number 7 is go on an unplanned trip. Now, the whole planaholic thing, unplanned trip. Maybe I could say that that's what my birthday was. I didn't just go somewhere, which I think is what I meant by that. You know, get in the car and just go and see what happens. I didn't do that. However, I went, you know, to Manchester with Luke. He planned the trip, so it was kind of unplanned by my definition, because he planned it. Can I push it to that? Work on achieving multiple income streams. Guess that kind of links to the whole trading thing. Ironically, number 9 is sell all the clothes, because I have so many clothes, so many shoes, so many things I don't want. And I didn't know that I set that as a goal last year. Like I said, I haven't looked at this, but that was like my top thing to do this year. Before moving out, obviously, my top thing to do was sell all the clothes. There's so many. Especially if I move out, you know, they kind of come hand in hand. I can't have all the clothes if I move out. So, yeah, that needs to be something. And then work out once a week. Well, we didn't do that completely, but we did do the Shreddy challenge in October. When was that? No, summer. Like I did work out a lot more last year, and I did feel really good for it. Right, so going back to goals this year, number 3, sell the clothes, sell the crap. That is really a big one this year that I want to do. Number 4, start a TikTok. And once I start all of this, by the way, if you're interested, if you want to like follow me on TikTok or whatever, I'll make sure I put all the information in the description. So check my description, and once you see it there, you know that we've done it. Number 5. See, this is where it's getting harder, because I feel like maybe do I start like a gratitude journal? I've seen so much stuff about gratitude journals, and I feel like maybe that should be where I head, because I don't want to lose what I have. Do you know what I mean? I feel like with anything, when you're working out your body or you're working out your mind, it is all about like maintenance. It's not just about doing it once and then being like, boom, I'm happy now, I'm happy. I don't want to lose that, you know. I don't want it, I don't want to fall back into bad habits. This is getting very deep, which kind of links to this. I got this, which is links to the book. What's it called? I forgot already. Working Hard or Hardly Working. This is the diary that is Grace Beverley's. She like kind of created it, and it links to the book of like whole time blocking. So if I can find, so it works of like this aspect. So you have the quick ticks, the tasks, the projects, 3 non-negotiables, and the schedule. And the I think she says about in the book, the quick ticks are like 5 minutes or below, tasks are 10 to 30, and projects are anything over 30 minutes. I think that's right. And then obviously like time block your day. This is something I want to get better at. I want to get better at like scheduling my time, I guess, because I want to do more this year of like moving out, selling clothes, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube alongside my career, which they kind of do help each other a little bit, because obviously I do want to work in like a digital marketing landscape. I need to get better at scheduling my time. I need to get better at time management, because I am one of those people that loses like an hour on TikTok just scrolling pointless videos, or loses an hour on Instagram just going through reels. I think maybe that should be another big goal, that time blocking and time management I need to like focus on getting better at. I'm gonna carry over go on an unplanned trip, because I still really like the idea of that. I saw a really nice quote the other day, and it said, if it bothers you for 24 hours, speak up in the next 48. And I really like that, because I am a stewer. I am. Someone's just staring at me. Hi. I need to say more what's in my head. I feel like I talk to myself too much. I am an overthinker to the T. Number 9, on the point, stop being so concerned about, you know, what people are gonna think, or watching me, or what I do, you know, with the whole like TikTok, Instagram. I feel like part of that, YouTube, I can do quite privately. Like, not many people who I went to school with or friends with know about it, because it's quite easy to not know about it. It's not so in your face. Whereas like TikTok, sorry, my camera just died. What was I saying? Yeah, the whole judgment thing. I feel like it's most prevalent on Instagram, because it's so much easier to consume content, because I will start to follow my friends who then their friends will see it, and then people, you know, more people will see it who I know. And that whole thing is like, just get over yourself. I feel like confident in real life can come across quite easily, but the whole doing it and posting it on social media is a bit harder. And if I'm going to get this as a job in regards to like digital marketing, and my career is going that way, that's what my apprenticeship is in, I need to get better at this. I put number 9, stop caring about the eyes. I feel like that's a good one. And number 10, the final one, the final point. I would like a hobby. I feel like that's what I want this year. I feel like I want like a, you know, like a, I don't know, tennis. I don't know how to play tennis. I don't know why I just said tennis. Tennis. Go to a tennis club. Scholar, you can't play tennis. You don't even know how to play tennis. You haven't played tennis at school. Shut up. Do you know what I really want to do? I want to go to a pottery class. I really want to go to a pottery class. I keep saying this. You know where they like make the pot? I really want to go to paint a pot as well. I keep saying this. I want to go to paint a pot, and I want to go to a pottery class, because it looks so much fun, and I would love to just like, someone's like, oh my god, I like your plate, and I'm like, yeah, I made it. Imagine. So point 10, go to a pottery class, like on my own. Imagine that. That would test my confidence. Go to a pottery class on my own and just be like, hi. Yeah. So I know I just said about going to a pottery class on my own. I just thought about what, I have a friend who I know would love to do that with me. And then I remembered that one of my points was going to be to try see friends more, to like make an effort. Like it wasn't a case of I don't see my friends, I do see my friends, but like I want it more consistently. So I met up with one of my friends and we went to Pizza Express. Love Pizza Express. But then we made a point in our calendar for when we would next meet up. So we had something already booked, rather than like, because life gets in the way, and before you know it, I think I last saw her in like June, because of, you know, she's working, I'm working, and it's just so hard to like organise something. So I want to like try more consistently to see the people I love, you know? So I'm going to try meet one friend at least once a month. And there we go. They're my 10 points. I hope that you did yours too. And if you didn't do them alongside me because I was rambling so much, I hope you fill yours out after this video or at some point in the year. You know, even, I think there's such a thing about New Year and starting something for the new year and carrying it on through the year. But each month is a new month, and I find each day is a new day. You know, I'm doing this on a random day in the middle of January. Like, you can make a new start whenever. That's not a word. You can make a new start whenever you want to, without getting too dramatic. My eye is twitching. Without getting too dramatic. This is going like, I need to chill because this is going way too much. And I've completely forgot about this. This is probably cold. See what I mean? Ugh. I hate a thick smoothie. I hate this. I hate things like that. I think I'm going to take it home and sieve them out and then reheat it, because it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting to drink a drink with bits in it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it's been a bit of a rambly one, but I love watching rambly videos, so I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please let me know if you do this too, and I'll see you next year for another 10. Next year we've got to do it again and see how many we stick to. Though, like I said, I don't feel like I achieved as many as I did last year in regards of like ticking them. I feel in a much better headspace, which is the massivest of ticks, which is not a word, but you know, we're there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, as I keep trying to say. Like this video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week for another video. Bye for now.